How many of you have gone into a friend's house only to be greeted by their massive dog jumping all over you and totally uncontrollable? I know I have. And this encounter usually ends with the friend trying to communicate to the dog to stop, which never works, and then they grab him by the collar, put him outside. So this happened to me multiple times. And it happened with my own dog. Shadrach was a black standard poodle, and he was quite a personality. And so whenever we got him, we decided that we were going to train him using the latest and greatest training methods of minimal discipline and lots of praise and lots of treats. I worked extensively with him throughout as a puppy and as an adult, and found that he would do really anything for a treat, including jump through a hula hoop. But as soon as you took away the treats, he was just not interested in obeying at all. And in the dog training world, there are two main schools of thought. One is positive reinforcement, and the other is the alpha dog method. In the positive reinforcement method, it relies on heavy praise and lots of treats with minimal discipline. On the other hand, there's the alpha dog method that's been adopted by Cesar Millan of the National Geographic show The Dog Whisperer, and it relies more on punishment than praise, such as shock collars and other forms of punishment to get the dog to do what you want it to do. Today, I'm going to share with you a third, lesser-known method of training that is a good combination of the two methods. And I used this to train our golden doodle Finn that we got my senior year of high school, and it worked really well. So today I want to discuss the method of the training, the timeline as the puppy grows, and then the results that we found with Finn. A family friend gave us the Family Dog book by Richard Walters many years ago, and we tried to incorporate bits and pieces of it with other dogs over the years, but this time we decided to go all in with Finn. So the broadest explanation of this book is that it's a combination of the two methods. It brings in positive reinforcement, but no treats. So it relies heavily on praise, so the puppy learns that your praise is the most important thing that it can receive. On the other hand, it also relies on punishment, though not as severe as the alpha dog method, with the most severe being a spank on the rear end or a pop on the nose whenever it's doing something that it shouldn't be. So a puppy's brain is fully developed at the age of 12 weeks old, which means that you don't have a lot of time to get your baseline training in. So Walters recommends you get your puppy at the age of 7 weeks old, so that it has a week to adjust, and then you have a month of solid training before it hits adulthood. We brought Finn home at that age, and it was a great time. He had a week to adjust to our home, and then we began training at 8 weeks. It was all fun and games up until 12 weeks because you're not incorporating heavy discipline at that point. It's just fun. The only discipline was flicking his nose whenever he mouthed, or pushing him down whenever he jumped. At 12 weeks, though, he did get a bit of an independence bug, and so that's whenever you start incorporating more discipline in the form of spanking or popping his nose more aggressively. Today, at the age of 3 years old, Finn is very well behaved. He will lay down and stay until released whenever anyone comes to the door. And he even obeys the commands of my 3-year-old nephew Ezra whenever they play fetch. He still has never received a treat, but he has learned to really thrive on our praise and affection. So the positive reinforcement method emphasizes heavily the importance of rewards and treats, whereas the alpha dog method emphasizes more heavy punishment. Mainstream resources will tell you that you have to choose one of those whenever training your dog, but Family Dog gives owners the best of both worlds with simple techniques and a simple timeline to follow as you train your dog. It just requires consistency. It really makes the addition of a new furry family member quite seamless. Family Dog gives you the opportunity to truly make your dog man's best friend.